Oh, stop.
Where's that coming from? I think it's stabilized.
Here, come up here.
See that staircase over there? It keeps going this way too.
For the last 3 weeks, I've been connecting a series of dirt roads and trails on my way to Moab, Utah. And I've basically just been taking my sweet time. But the final stretch of my route had a washout that ended up being impassable for my pretty much stock ambulance.
As soon as I start climbing up that back end is going to smack super hard.
So I had to go through the pain of backing up over half a mile so I could turn around and get off the trail. Then I got on paved road for my second time in 3 weeks. I needed to come up with a new plan and find a place to sleep for the night, which wouldn't be real difficult because we were in the middle of a sparsely populated desert. There was public lands to camp on everywhere. So I pulled off on a random dirt road and verified it was public land with Onyx. A couple miles down the road, I found a side trail that led to an old campsite. So I leveled out for the night and found myself a good shower. But I had no idea what was waiting at the end of that trail.
When I woke up in the morning, the first thing I did was open up Onyx off-road. I wanted to find out just how far this canyon went, and Onyx showed me there was something at the end of this canyon, an old mining claim. I didn't realize it then, but this canyon had a dark history.
Yeah, we're about to jump on the bike right now and check out this mine real quick.
Most of the time, these old claims are caved in and cleaned up. There's usually nothing there, but I still had to take a look.
Whoa. This thing's kind of eerie. I don't want to walk on this. It was new enough to be wired up with 120. Okay, we're going to continue moving forward. I wonder how old that stuff is. No way. This is what I've been waiting for. Let's see if this thing's open. Wow. Hold on. You can crawl through right here. They cut it out. Okay, let's check this out. I brought a flashlight. This stuff is all so crumbly. Let's get out of here. All right, let's get back to it. I think that's about as far as I can go. I may have already gone too far. I'm gonna see if we can get around this way. Yeah, this looks a lot better. Let's carefully take a look inside that.
What I didn't know is that on Thanksgiving Day in 1921, the watchman for the Colorado Copper Company, Lemuel Hecox, was killed, his head sawed off and hidden.
I think the key here is don't touch anything. This is pretty cool. I gotta admit. No way. They just tunneled right through here.
As I was walking through the decaying buildings, I had no idea someone was murdered in one of these rooms. I only found out when I got back to the ambulance and found a newspaper clipping from the 1920s. This man was brutally murdered, but why? Turns out Lemuel might have had it coming to him. He was known to strap 4 or 5 grand next to his revolver and walk down Main Street. He was begging for someone to try to take it from him, and the opportunity to kill them when they tried. But a group of outlaws had another plan. And remember, this was the Wild West. They befriended Lemuel. They started to look at his patterns, when he went to bed, when he got up, his rounds. This mine was shut down in the early 1900s, and Lemuel was hired to protect it. Well, Lemuel was found next to a full plate of food and without his head. So there were 2 big questions. Was Lemuel killed for the money that he strapped to his waist? Or were they looking for something more valuable hidden in the mine? And second, where was Lemuel's head?
Oh, this one's open too. I'll go in a little ways on this type of stuff, but I want to do it with other people. Yeah, there's like a straight drop pretty much immediately here. Let's see what's going on over here. Cave-in. Nice. This is pretty crazy in here. It's the old electrical box. But none of this looks very stable in here. That's about as much exploration as I have by myself. It'd be cool to meet some people who do this stuff a lot more and who have a little bit more knowledge of mines. Well, for this mine, I need to get up this set of ladders. This thing's super wobbly. We will make a return to this mine. Mark my words, we will return to that mine, and it'll probably go in 20 feet.
All I could think about on the way home was what was at the end of those mines. I wanted to go deeper, but that was about the dumbest thing that I could do, completely alone in the middle of nowhere. But then I had an idea, and the first part of it was to move the ambulance closer to the mines.
Alright, so I just decided to go ahead and start moving towards this mining encampment.
there's a better spot for sun. Hopefully, with the departure angle I have, I can get in there, but we're gonna find out. Not very many places to turn around and such. I really want to park up there, but you guys can see what the issue is here, and it's only going to get a little worse. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to stack 2 rocks right here, and then this down patch should help out. We are right on the ground right now. Good thing this is soft dirt, and let's see if we can get a leg up. Clearance is no longer the issue back here. Now it's traction. Let's give this a shot.
And just like that, I was walking distance away from the mines. And guys, I think this is the perfect time to mention this. I'm going to be running a giveaway on this truck in 2024. You could win this rig. And part of the proceeds are going to go towards nonprofits dedicated to protecting our public lands and our access to them. You can find more info in the description. I took a quick shower, then it was time to start part 2 of my plan. You see, I had to explore those mines, and I didn't know anyone that would show up to the middle of nowhere on a whim. My plan was basically to film a trailer of what this adventure could be and post it to the internet in hopes that some random strangers would come out here to the middle of nowhere and explore this mine with me. A pretty ridiculous idea, but why not give it a shot? So I sat down and started the edit. This is your call to adventure, and I need to know right now if you're gonna answer it. I'm James, and this is my dog, Ruger. We've been living full-time on the road in an ambulance that I converted into my tiny house, and we've been doing this solo. 2 days ago, I headed down a random dirt road in a far corner of southwest Colorado. I discovered a canyon full of open mines, old buildings, and even waterfalls. What made this place so cool is that I discovered this on accident. There were no signs telling me it was here, and you could tell there weren't many people who had been visiting. I started exploring the dozens of open mines, and they just kept going further into the mountain. But I don't want to explore this alone. It's too nerve-wracking and honestly kind of dangerous. I'm looking for some able-bodied internet friends who want to explore this place with me and camp out for a few days. Most cars will make this road, and you can use my Starlink for internet since there is 0 cell signal. If you and your friends want to do something absolutely epic and explore this place with me, then DM me on Instagram. Then I climbed up the side of the cliff and waited. And sure enough, my crazy idea actually worked.
I think this is our first guy. Hopefully it's our first guy. Is he stuck? I think you just have to put it into 4-wheel. Is that Patrick there? Dude, what is up, man? Were you in 2-wheel drive there for a minute?
Yeah.
Dude, that's where I had to stack some rocks getting this thing up.
Then we hung out around the campfire till our second guy showed up, Cade.
Oh yeah, right up. You just needed to give it a little bit more gas.
I didn't think it was that steep at first.
And by the morning, it was the 3 of us just waiting on Matt. Then the whole expedition crew was here.
All right, I put a call to adventure out there on the internet, and 3 people responded. What is up? We are ready to go and explore these mines. We got Patrick here. Patrick, what's your background?
Firefighter, EMT. I do video and photo as well.
And a climber too, right?
I climb.
I'm going for 12,000.
You got Cade.
My background is doing dumb stuff and filming it.
Cameraman never dies. Patrick and Cade, I have not met before, but Matt, we actually camped out for about 2 weeks this summer, so we are plenty familiar.
And you don't climb, right, dude?
Oh no, not the least a bit. No, big climber, big mountaineer. I'm the one laying it today.
If you're seeing this on the news, then it's all Matt's fault because he's the one leading this trip.
I was asked to do so by James.
The thing I liked about this crew so much was that everyone brought something to the table. Patrick had EMT and rescue experience, plus he brought the gas detector.
CO2, oxygen levels, hydrogen sulfide.
Cade is a professional videographer and brought a serious camera. Matt had mapped out dozens of mines before and was the most experienced climber in the group. And that's why I wanted him on lead. But all of us had some climbing experience, which I thought was necessary because we really didn't know what we were about to get into. Out of the 7 mines I discovered, only 2 of them dead-ended, and the rest were completely unknown. And this was number 1 out of 5 on the to-do list for today.
Ooh, sketchy.
And the first obstacle of this expedition was the scramble.
Someone kind of want to stand right here and spot me going up? This thing's pretty stable.
Here. I got the pole.
You got the pole?
Yep.
I'm gonna use the pole.
Use it.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, we can get a hand up to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Nice. Helps with like lighting.
Can go up to 12,000.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. The slightest disturbances could set it off, so we want to be really careful. Yeah. So we need to be very. Walls are super slimy. Do we have our carbon monoxide detector going?
Yeah, it's on. Our CO2 is at about 3 parts per million right now, so we're looking good. Perfect cylindrical cutouts in some of these spots. I'm like testing the rock to see what was in it. What's this? CO2 is getting higher.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are we at?
We're only at 6 right now.
Be real gentle. We don't want to, make any of these fall off.
Dude, we are the only footprints in here.
Maybe back here.
Like, alive?
Yeah, it looks like it.
I didn't bring my gun.
You didn't bring a gun?
Yeah, there's definitely.
What is it?
I'm not sure about the end of the tunnel. 4-legged animal.
What?
See where those rocks are piled up?
Hold on.
This one off to the left.
Oh, it moved?
Yeah. Okay, see that brownish area?
Yeah.
Those rocks?
Uh-huh.
It was just standing right there.
How
It
big?
might have been a bobcat.
Bobcat size? Well, there's only one way to find out.
So, right here is where that 4-legged animal was. I do think we were the first ones back in a while.
Oh, dude, you're kidding. Oh, that looks like it ends. Okay, this is a dead end right here. It's a dead end right here.
So where the freak is the cat?
I don't think there was a cat.
Dude, there's a fucking, yeah, I know what I see, man.
And since Matt was convinced he saw a cat, I went to the dead end to make sure it was clear. No cat or tracks to be found.
Okay, guys, we just explored our first one. That's the end of it.
I got 4 cameras on me, right? 3 cameras on me. All recording each other.
Camera Mexican standoff.
Got that, boys.
So we crawled out of our first mine of the day, number 1 out of 5. We could consider this one fully explored.
I think now we're ready to do some sketchier stuff.
Then we climbed the ladder to the second one and walked inside.
Oh yeah, like that vein there.
And this one only went back about 150 yards. Now we had the second mine checked off our list, and it was time to head over the creek and check out the main operation.
Yeah, so this one's connected to the top.
Is it padlocked or welded?
No, this opens. There we go.
There we go, sweet.
That's incredible. This is completely sealed off.
Water.
Yep. That's gotta be 60 feet, I'd say. It might.
This opening led to the bottom of a much larger interconnected mine. The top level opening and the bottom level were connected through what seemed to be a massive vertical split within the mountain. It almost seemed to be like a fault line or something. The plan here was to explore the bottom level and see what was above us. One of my biggest concerns with the upper level is that there may not be any true rock to stand on. Instead, what looks like solid ground could actually be held up by timbers beneath the rocks. As soon as we got into the bottom level, we were faced with 3 major options. We could turn right and walk through the timber-filled tunnel, turn left into a collapsed tunnel and see if there was a spot big enough to squeeze through. And the last option is to go even further down and check out the mysterious water-filled mine shaft. We decided to start by making a right into the timber-filled tunnel.
I should have brought my second flashlight. His battery's already dying. There's a ladder.
What?
There's a ladder right there.
Does it look doable?
I mean, we can't even get there's a ladder from this platform all the way to the top.
I don't like being right on the platform. Oh, you're right. That's a good looking ladder too. We can probably access it from the
Secondary?
Yeah. Look at that blue. We have a better idea of if we did rappel on the second level, what we're going into.
It's definitely gonna be sketchy. It'll be fine. Yeah, I think that hurts behind me.
The blue is dripping down. This does go up. No, it doesn't. It stops. So that's as far as it goes this way. The other way that looks caved in, you can crawl through. I think it's at least worth crawling a little bit. I'm happy to do it. You can volunteer as tribute.
Since this tunnel had dead-ended, now was my time to check out the cave-in and see if I could squeeze my way through. There could be a whole nother tunnel on the other side of that cave-in.
You can see it doesn't look like it goes anywhere, but the truth is if you get that camera really low, it does keep going. It's one of those situations where your stomach's gonna be on the ground and your back's gonna be against the wall.
If you crawl on your belly and you rub the ceiling with your back too much, you're fucked.
I'm not gonna crawl through it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start crawling into it and then see just kind of if it opens up or not.
It's really narrow.
That's quite the distinction. I'm not going through it, I'm just going into it.
Just doing some random dates here.
Oh, dude. want us to tie a rope to your ankle?
No. Okay, pretty much dead end. There's a bunch of wood right here. Honestly, I don't know how this thing filled up because that's still carrying a ton of weight up there. Okay, backing out.
And now for the third option. We thought we saw an opening to another tunnel on the other side of the water-filled mine shaft.
It might.
And we were all wondering what was at the bottom of all of that water. And there really wasn't any way to find out, which would make it the perfect place to hide something. But Matt was going to get closer and take a peek.
Be really careful coming down this, guys. Just because it's all deteriorating. We can't anchor to any timber, and quite frankly, like all the drag gear, dude.
No good in here.
Yeah, like this stuff is
Crumbly.
yeah.
Are you planning on walking across those boards?
Sort of. Dude, this water goes pretty deep. I honestly think it goes a lot deeper than this, and it's just filled with water, which is really creepy.
Dude, imagine what's at the bottom of that.
If I fall or anything.
I got ya.
And do you have a way to escape the belay in case any of this were to collapse?
The carabiner.
Good locked position.
Damn, dude, it goes deep with that water. Dead end.
You said dead end?
Dead end. I
Okay.
think we've explored the whole of this mine. Unless we get the diving equipment going. My board is starting to give a little bit. The rocks it's up against right here.
Yeah.
Starting to give way. That is not like that. Yeah, see, like even.
We're never gonna find out what was at the bottom of that mine shaft, but we had explored this mine about as good as we possibly could. Now it was finally time for the main level.
You guys ready? Let's do it.
There's that old electrical box.
And it keeps going, dude. This ain't even stopping.
That does go so far up. This is a massive crack in the mountain right now. That's what they mined. So it goes up and it goes down. It's not a mine shaft. It's just a crack in the mountain. And whatever we're standing on right now, while it looks like it's dirt, if you look right here, it goes down. So I'm not sure exactly what we're standing on.
I think all this is just keeping the rock above us supported. A lot of it seems filled in. Like right here, these are breaking.
Yeah, that has a lot of weight on it.
If this is a massive crack in the mountain, these timbers might be part of the support. I really don't know if this is solid or if this is, or if we're walking on a walkway right now.
Whoa, guys. Hey, check this guy out.
animal?
Bat.
Oh yeah, no, great eyes, James.
Yeah. Well, I heard something squeaking. This feels a lot more safe right here.
Yeah.
Well, they usually have rooms where they store dynamite.
Is this where you thought the body might be?
Dude,
Yeah.
what's that wrapped up in the tape?
Just a piece of wood.
Dynamite!
This old canvas. Oh, we got multiple routes.
Oh, you stick right. It
Well-
looks like a cave-in.
We'll check it out, but let's go right first.
Get all the pieces laying around.
This looks absolutely insane on camera.
These are really cool guns.
And the perfect break.
John Wayne.
John.
On the left.
Yep. How does it look past here?
So past here, dead ends?
It's just dead ends, yeah. There could be a load of dirt sitting up there and you just
Yeah,
come in and
it'll
fill us up
trigger-
right
It'll be
now.
like a dirt avalanche.
Yeah, like right where we're sitting, so.
First thing I want to just assess. The rock above is pretty good, like how it's kind of like straight above me.
Yeah, I think though that this is one of those things where we don't stay in this position too long.
Yeah, absolutely.
This wood is decent quality though, it's not rotted like the other stuff.
Where does that decline go?
It just dead ends, so.
Maybe 12 feet, 14.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
We backtracked our way out of this tunnel back to the split in the mine, and this time we took a left. And this is where things started to get weird.
Did you guys notice how the wind stopped? Oh man, it does keep going. Dude, this is gnarly. This is where the wind's coming from. Oh my god. Whoa, stop.
Where's that coming from? I think it's stabilized.
Here, come up here. See, there's a staircase over there? It keeps going this way too.
Matt, how far down does that go? Ah, shit.
I'll have to walk across a bunch of lumber.
Yep. I'd stick to the big stuff and go space yourself apart and try to distribute your weight on different items.
Should we run a line?
This beam I'm on right now, there's a crack in the middle of it.
It's also super sketchy. It's when it's being supported on, what's blocking it is total crap.
Cameraman never dies.
I think I might be close to calling it.
Go and headlamp only on this one. Okay, I'm not gonna look at that.
Guys, I mean, it's just more sketchy shit. It keeps going.
And that's why we have life insurance. Look at back there.
Is that dead end?
Pretty much, this is the chute.
I learned a few things that day, and the first of them was that this mine was expansive, and that if someone had really wanted to hide something, they definitely could. It'd be tough to get to every dark crevice of this mine, and that prompted me to think that this mine probably had some secrets. The second thing I learned is what actually happened to Lemuel Hecox's head. 2 members of the outlaw gang were caught, and they led the sheriff right to his decomposing head. The members of this town only thought it was right to bury Lemuel's head with Lemuel, so they dug him up. But when they opened the coffin, they realized they couldn't put his head on top of his shoulders. The coffin simply wasn't big enough. So somewhere out here in this valley, Lemuel lies 6 feet underground, carrying his head in his hand. And the third thing I learned is that experiences like this one bring people together. We started this trip out as strangers. Even Matt I'd really only hung out with a few times. I met all 3 of these guys through the internet. All 3 of them said, screw it, why not? I'll show up, I'll go out to the middle of the desert, go explore some abandoned mines with complete strangers. They answered the call to adventure, and the depths of those mines turned us into friends.
Okay, today went pretty darn well besides crashing the drone. That was the only casualty today. Guys, what do you think? How was it?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10?
5 stars on Yelp, would do again.
Patrick?
Solid 10 out of 10. Yeah, it was good. It was dirty.
It was dirty. It was a long day today, and I'm so stoked that you guys all came out. Now we're all sitting here hungry. Cade, you got a bunch of, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you got minerals in your hair, man.
Oh yeah, you do.
People probably pay money for that type of treatment.
Only in LA.
Hair cleansing with rocks.
Either way, we're wrapping it up. Jump in the creek, make some dinner, chill by a campfire, and hang out. I think we're all pretty tired.
We'll give all of it to you, buddy.
Wow. He's like, all right. He points at me. He's like, you're driving my car across the border. I'm driving the ambulance with the guy who runs the organization.
After a long time in this canyon, meeting some great friends, exploring some great mines, doing a little off-roading in the ambulance, it's time to get going.
We had been on the trail for 22 days at this point, and I think it was finally time we made it to Moab and started the next adventure.